we have a hold on the middle still, that assault having failed despite having a mortar backing it up, and these people who long ago were there. So yeah, select the squad leader, so he brought those guys with him. It's just annoying. It's not a good mechanic. I wish there was a way to turn it off. There is an alternate squad selection mode button checkbox thing in the lollybo Lanks and Mines in the menu. Never click that button. It is so bad. You click on anybody and it selects the whole squad. I mean, Jesus Christ, like, you don't want to do that. You can't control individual men. It's like incredibly difficult. You have to like, there's some way to. It sucks. Never use the alternate squad selection mode thing. I wish there's an alternate selection mode where squad leaders didn't even exist or something. Or maybe squad leaders exist, but you have to create the squad. There's a create and disband the squad button, but I never really quite understand how those work. In any case, we do have a Cromwell in the middle that's shelling us. Every once in a while taking out a guy. There's not a lot it can do because we have a really nice hill built up with a lot of defensive positions, but it's still a Cromwell, and it just killed 2 people, stormtrooper, some machine gun infantry. So that's some, tanks are mobile artillery just as field guns are mobile artillery. You can shell people and really not have to worry about getting shot too much because you're a tank. So I buy an AT gun to take it out, but as we all know, it's going to take forever to get over there. So I tell lollybo, and he's trying to tow it. Unfortunately, he can't tow it because that's the way the game works, because my men are in it. So I realize, what do? I get my men out. And then he'll be able to tow it, and they can just ride along in the half-track. Right now he's just killing trees, because I guess he doesn't like trees. But yeah, and you see the truck in the distance ferrying lollybo's troops to and from the battlefield, so this is very important to get your logistics set up. And bing bing, you hit spacebar with your vehicle selected in direct control mode. I'm not sure about direct control mode. You hit spacebar, or you just right-click on an empty field gun or something, and it'll tow it around. It's very helpful for going into enemy lines and picking up their AT guns and running off with them. But as you can see here, it can also be used to redistribute AT guns all around. And I really just have to hand it to Men of War. I mean, how many other games are going to model things in that much detail to let you use any light vehicle to tow AT guns around? I mean, that's pretty impressive. And hopefully it'll give us the one-up on this Cromwell. I honestly can't remember what happens, so we'll find out. And now they are moving in force into the middle, the Cromwell having demolished pretty much anything that can stop them. I'm reduced to lobbing mortar shells at them. Managed to kill one of lollybo's stormtroopers because the shell lands short, so that's unfortunate that he was the only guy left who could have stopped them. And now they are in a building. And this is just an extremely odd angle for my mortar to hit. If you try and imagine getting a shell parabolically down onto that thing. Not really going to happen, and they're even in buildings too, so they have a lot of protection. So things are not looking so hot right now. We have to find some way to mount an attack on the middle, so I buy some submachine gun infantry because they are good for everything. I tell them to go the halfway point, and then I'm telling lollybo, just drop my AT gun off over here and go back and pick up my submachine gunners. Watching the progress. Bing, bing, bing. This is your stop. Alright, and this is a nice little rock. You gotta be careful taking nice positions like this with your AT guns or something, because you gotta know that your opponent is going to head straight for them if he suspects you've got an AT gun hiding somewhere. Same thing with infantry or something like that. But, it's a risk I'm willing to take, especially because there's a giant rock there, and there's not a lot anyone can do against a giant rock. I believe that giant rock is impermeable to anything. No matter how much dynamite or explosives you hit it with, it is never going anywhere, which is interesting because normally things are very destructible in Men of War. And I notice that I am slightly behind the hill, and so I have to move forward. Lollybo mounting an attack with his mine troopers, or actually stormtroopers. The mine people probably went up too, but manages to push his way forward and is almost taking this point, although that flamethrower guy is going to make things very difficult for him. Luckily, the flamethrower guy is prone and sort of behind a hill, so he's not able to do much. And lollybo manages to decap that point, and my people at the halfway point, I figure I'll just sprint them all the way, because lollybo sent the half-track all the way back to our spawn to await who knows what. Oh no, the truck went to our spawn. He's using the half-track as fire support. This is another reason I'm casting this match, even though it ends early. Some very interesting transport stuff, all sorts of interesting stuff, but the half-track supporting. I really like seeing the half-track used as fire support. They do have guns on top of them. They're machine guns, and not only are they machine guns, they're protected, right? Small arms fire are going to have a difficult time taking out the half-track. So, it still can, especially if they get a lucky hit on the dude manning it sort of his head, but he's hard to kill compared to normal man with machine guns, so he can provide some fire support. It's very nice. And of course you do have to worry about anti-tank, but whatever. Let's see how the assault on the middle goes soon. What was I going to say about half-tracks? Something about half tracks. Oh, and they're very mobile. They can move anywhere very quickly and reposition and get the drop on the enemy. It's really, really useful as a fire platform. And you see me just sending 2 submachine gun infantry forward because I'm not sure what I'm going to face in the middle. Turns out nothing I'm going to face in the middle except the Cromwell shelling me and those people down that house down there. So I'm chucking grenades, trying to see what I can do. Cromwell still shelling me. My mortar's firing for some reason, and it kills one of my guys. So that's not cool. I don't know why he ran out, I guess, to throw a grenade at me. Okay, now I do know, but luckily I'm on the ball, so I run away. And in any case, his grenade bounced off the thing and killed 2 of his men. So this is just a crazy... If there's one thing I don't like about this map, it is how the elevation changes. Men of War is really not good at handling elevation changes that are more complex than just gentle slopes, and you see how weird it is. So I loot this Stormtrooper lollybo lost, including the gun, the MP44. When men die, they drop their guns, so you got to get the gun separately. But the most important thing I picked up was body armor and AT grenades. Actually, body armor was the most important thing. It'll give me much more resiliency. So I'm checking an AT grenade to try and take out the top of this building, but they build them tough in Egypt or wherever we are. Blows a small hole in it. Really not a lot. I just try and throw a grenade in, and almost in through the hole, but not quite. Lands just on the lip. So another AT grenade, and make a larger hole, and once again, with the normal grenade, in through the hole. And after all that, my man dies, and I kill someone. So that was totally worth it, I think. Yeah, it was definitely worth it, because that's a difficult place to assault. And I managed to get someone out of there, and hopefully I can just send some people in and do some damage. Unfortunately, someone has managed to sneak through my lines and attack the mortar, and lollybo is like, watch out, your mortar's under attack. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I know. And then it explodes because there's not much I can do. But that was some very, very nice ninja moves on my opponent's part. I have to commend him, because you look at the minimap, I got guys spread out all over. So how he made it through, I don't know, but fantastic job. He did get spotted, but not before he got his dynamite off and made things explodey. Wonderful. So once again, I move forward. This Cromwell's annoying me, but what you gonna do? You gotta try and take it. And again, I'm taking the body armor, which I guess at this point is unlucky body armor, because some people have died in it twice. But there are still people around that are stopping me from taking the point. So I get out trusty Mr. Grenade. But then I look over on the left, and suddenly things don't look good, because there's an armored cart and a bunch of men, and I kill 1 or 2 of the men. I ambush them from the bushes, but then I just get mowed down. So suddenly a blitzkrieg on the left to make up for lollybo's blitzkrieg on the right. But good job on lollybo blitzkrieg on the right. He's held it for extremely long, and we have 589 points now versus their 91. So things are looking fantastic. You see me tossing a bunch of grenades everywhere. Nobody's dying. I can't figure out where the last guy is, and then I'm like, oh, there they are. So it's just Grenade City now. I'm just throwing as many as I can.